Let's go to Michael Roberson.
Hey, Kiana, 16 points, 3 assists. How important for you was it to respond the way you did as the senior after this 2-game losing streak?
It was huge. I think both those, the Colorado and UCLA game, I think I could have done more for my team, help my team win. So, I just watched film, took it upon myself, me and Alyssa seniors. We have to put the hammer down. Can't drop 3 in a row. So I think that's what we did.
Let's go to Jacob Rayburn.
Hey, Key. I was wondering if you could talk us through a little bit. What does a day look like for you guys? We hear snippets about it, but it's one thing to try to bounce back and play better after 2 tough games. But I'm curious, what have your days been looking like while you try to do that?
Yeah. So we get tested at 8 in the morning. I walked through yesterday. We got tested at 8 in the morning. Then we watched film from I think like 10 to 11 hour worth of film. Had lunch. Then we bused to the high school, practiced for 3 hours. Came back, watched a little more film, and then had dinner and just relaxed. Got ready for the game. A few people walked to the beach after practice. Me, Lexi, Lacey, and Alyssa, we walked. But yeah, it's just it's tough being in a hotel, but we're kind of getting used to it. Just trying to find in between time. Obviously we're in school, so on the weekends trying to get homework done in between film and practice and whatnot. But we've adjusted. We've adjusted.
Yeah, and with school starting, you feel like that's helped or hurt in terms of being able to have that in your schedule?
Well, I mean, I can't complain. I'm only in I'm in 3 classes. I need 2 to graduate, so I'm not in a heavy course load. So for me, I can't complain being in school right now. But I feel like it could go both ways. It could help people. You have something to do, but it could be maybe a burden for some people. I feel like it could go both ways.
And my last thing is that with everything that you were just describing and the fact that you guys, can have very limited contact with anyone outside of the program, how would you describe kind of where the team is mentally in terms of handling all of that and at the same time playing a tough Pac-12 schedule?
Just really leaning on each other. Like you said, we don't have any contact with people outside of our bubble. But I think the seniors do a really good job of checking in on one another. We, for the most part, we notice when people, are not having their best day, and we try to, comfort them and let them know that we're here to support them. So really just leaning on each other. I think, like you said, with school starting, I think that helps, kind of be a distraction away from basketball, having something to do. But really proud of our young players, our freshmen. They have no idea what college is like, and for them to be in college, playing college basketball in the pandemic, they've handled it really well.
Thanks, Key. Congrats.
Let's go to Janie McCauley.
Talk to you soon. Thank you. Sorry, Key. Tara just went by too. Okay. Kiana, with the way you guys rebounded, everybody seemed thrilled with that, but the turnover numbers a little higher than what you'd like. Sometimes I could hear Tara a couple of times where she was like wanting people to not make that extra pass if they had a shot. I mean, is it a tough balance there? I mean, to cut down those turnovers, but also be an unselfish team?
Yeah, we're extremely unselfish team, like you just said, and sometimes making an extra pass hurts us. You're giving up a great look for an okay look. So early on she wanted people to be aggressive on offense, and then some people were doing too much. We really got to cut down on our turnovers. That's a really big focus. I think that and rebounding were the 2 key things of why we lost, UCLA and Colorado. So really a huge emphasis on that, and moving forward, we got to make sure we're going up in rebounding, going down in turnovers.
And Kiana, I asked Tara about this, but to see what Cal is going through during this stretch with the postponements, I mean, does it make you feel even more fortunate that what you guys have, gals have, even though you're not on campus? And have you reached out to anybody in the Cal program just to offer some support? It's not an easy situation, obviously.
I don't know anyone personally on the Cal women's team. I know quarantining is very difficult. Obviously, Lacey, Alyssa, and Hannah had to go through it. I mean, Lexi, not Lacey. Lexi, Hannah, and Alyssa had to go through it. So, I called them every day to check in on them when they missed the Oregon game. It's extremely difficult. But Tar said this morning, just be thankful that you're in the gym. She said this morning at shoot around. We're thankful that we're in the gym. We have a game today, and that we're healthy. So extremely thankful for the games that we're playing. The food we're eating, the hotels that we're staying in. It's not ideal, but little things to be thankful for.
Thanks, Kiana.
Let's go to Cheryl Coward.
Hey, Kiana. Even though you said you're not allowed to, be around anyone outside of the bubble, today you got to see 2 people from your hometown. How was that? Did that make you, how was that for you, seeing them, people that you've known since you were little, basically?
Yeah, the cutouts in the stands. We saw them Friday when we walked in, and I got a little emotional. I felt like they are there. I know they're here in spirits, but I think for everyone it was nice. Everyone took a photo by their parents. It's nice having them in the stands. Love them to death. I talk to them every day, my mom and my dad. And I said this earlier. I'm extremely grateful and thankful that the tournament is supposed to be in San Antonio. So hopefully we have the tournament and there'll be a little homecoming for me.
And to see people from San Antonio's finest playing against them today, how is that?
It's always nice playing against Desiree and Kira. Those are 2 of my buddies. Got a lot of quarantine work done with K White while we were at home. Two great basketball players, even better people, and extremely thankful for their families. So those are my sisters for life. It's always nice seeing them.
All right, we have 2 more questions. Let's go to Daniel Martinez-Crayons.
Hey, Key. Coach mentioned you've had a little bit less practice time this year than normal. I'm wondering if you've seen any effect from that.
Yeah, I think just it really impacted our freshmen. That summer work, it really helps you. You're taking 1 or 2 classes, and you're getting used to college basketball, weight room, all that stuff. So not having that in the summer, they were really just thrown into the deep end of the pool, as Tara like to say. And I said this earlier, they've done a great job handling everything, living in the pandemic, balancing academics and playing in a really tough conference. They've done really well, Cam, Jana, and Agnes. So next year when the freshmen, hopefully those freshmen get to have a summer, they'll be able to help them navigate.
And then like Jacob, I was also noticing that a lot of these losses come since classes have started for us. I was wondering what class those 3 classes you're taking are, and if you've been able to take any classes with teammates, or have you seen anything like that?
No, this quarter I'm not in any classes with teammates. I'm in cell phone photography. I'm in a digital media class, and I'm in a STS class for a major. So a really light load for me. It's my last quarter, trying to end strong.
Are you getting the CE requirement?
Yeah, I am.
All right, let's go to Michael Roberson.
All right, Kiana, with that light class load, are you documenting what's going on in this experience for a possible book? Or if you're blessed enough to become a mom, to tell this story about this pandemic year and what you went through?
Yeah, we were talking about doing a vlog. I haven't, looked into it. I think that would be really cool, documenting stuff. I haven't thought about that. Probably something I should do to help, take up some time documenting what we're going through every day. I think that's a great idea. I might look into it.
We have 1 last question from Janie McCauley.
Kiana, cell phone photography did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Given all of us have to do so much more in our jobs these days, I'm kind of old. Give us a few tips, please, about cell phone photography that we can use to do our jobs better.
I mean, I haven't really learned that much that I don't already know. I guess a tip I could give you, if you have an iPhone, obviously portrait mode, it focuses in and blocks stuff in the background out. So if you're gonna take a photo, use portrait mode to come out clear. That's all I got right now, but I'll come back to you with some better tips.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiana.
Right.